What's going on, guys? I am Toxic Jordan. Welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be taking a look at the 10th anniversary coins here, both the pre-anniversary coins and then also the 10th annie coins that we're going to be earning during the event here. So we've got two different shops that are available in game right now. We're going to be able to get some cool rewards for. We'll go ahead and start with the pre-anniversary coins, just because everybody's already got the full stack of those, and we'll be able to spend them all. Whereas the other ones we're going to be saving up throughout the anniversary anyway, right? But also I feel like this is the one that's more interesting just because it doesn't have the normal cream of the crop stuff. We've got some actual like special items and things in here, right? So what we're looking at is some stones at the top is always nice, right? And then coming into these keys, there are these limit keys that we're actually going to be able to use in the Portal of Memories to do old skill orb events. So we will go take a look at that in a second. First, we'll get through the other couple of items that we've got here. All right, so we've got the panties item. We have the gi, the torn gi item, and then we have the battle armor item. Okay, so we have them all right here. So the Great Ancestors Gi is going to be all allies getting 12 ki for 3 turns, which is obviously very overpowered. That's pretty good. The Oolong item, it's called Oolong because it is Oolong shape-shifted into a pair of panties, right? Very, very classic. This one is going to be all allies key 12 for 1 turn. And then the battle suit is the one that particularly interests me here. It's going to be all allies key 4 and all allies reduce damage received by 20% for 3 turns. So that could be a very interesting item. Now, unfortunately, as you can see here, there is a bit of a limit to what we can buy. And the fact that we're only going to be able to get 10 of each of these means I am likely going to be hanging on to these for collectible purposes and not actually using them, unfortunately. But if they do make them farmable later on, that would be really, really exciting, right? To be able to actually have like a real number of these items that we could use them in battle. So yeah, that would be neat there. And then below that, the only other things that are left on that list here is just some Kais and Hercule statues. This seems to be a pretty common staple for like any shop, any type of thing they give us nowadays. They always give us the option to buy Kais and Hercule statues at the end of it, if you don't want like the special rewards. But what I noticed here was from if you did all of the, countdown celebration coin missions and stuff and earned the max amount you could get, then 360 is what you will have. And the math works out perfectly. I guess I'll show you guys right here as we purchase the stuff. If we go ahead and purchase all of the stones, so we've got 30 stones coming in here. Awesome. And then we're gonna go ahead and get all these keys. Oh, duh! I still need to go and show that, which we'll jump over there in just a second to show off the events. But I am actually gonna pick up all 30 of these keys, so we've got that going. And then now we've got 120 coins left. So each of these costs 4 coins per. There's 10 times, so 40, 40, and 40. That is our perfect 120. So we're gonna go ahead and pick up all of these, and then we are exactly out of coins. And I think that was the idea, was for us to be able to do that, right? They set up the shop perfectly so that we would be able to sell out everything, I guess, except for the excess, like, Kais and stuff, right? Okay, so there we go. We've got all of our stuff purchased. Now that we have our keys, let's go take a look at that Portal of Memories area here. See what we're going to be looking at. Okay, so this is what it looks like here. All of the previous skill orb events are available. Now, all of these are category specific events that have been available before. So this first one is for Uncontrollable Power. The next one's for Super Bosses. After that is Future Saga. This one is for Fusion characters. The Majin Buu Shape Up is for reps of 7 characters. Obviously, the Supreme Kai, that's just the Link level event for the Grand Guidance. And then here, this one is for Android Cell Saga. Then we've got Power of Wishes, Superhero, and then this one is either Movie Heroes or Movie Bosses. So yeah, lots of fun categories, different like anniversary and worldwide categories and stuff that have seen a lot of buffs over the years. Are going to be pretty cool for us. So yeah, I'm still deciding which of these events I want to use my things on. I'm thinking probably not. If I could narrow down a couple of them here, I have them written down on a pad here. Let's see. Probably not Future Saga or Cell Saga. I feel like there just aren't enough like really good units around on those places. And then I guess Yeah, basically, like, I could make use out of all these other ones. These categories are all good. I mean, super bosses isn't the greatest. Maybe super bosses would be like kind of a lackluster place to use it. But reps of 7 definitely. I'm definitely gonna do at least a couple runs on the reps of 7 one. Um Probably gonna do runs on like Power of Wishes is always a good one to choose. And then maybe like Superhero as well. Just because there's a lot of crossover with Superhero and like Universe Survival Saga. And then I think Uncontrollable Power could be really good too. Fusion would be decent, but probably not. I feel like all the best fusion cards are usually like the headliners, and then they get their own equips anyway, right? So you usually don't need like the extra ones sitting in your box for them. So yeah, probably for me, not fusion, I would think. So yeah, maybe between those four: Uncontrollable Power, Reps of 7, Power of Wishes, and Superhero. I'll probably be using my 30 keys between those couple of events. So just to double check really quick, it should be 1 key per run, right? I'm assuming. Yeah, perfect. It is 1 key per run. So now there are interesting. So it doesn't. I guess is this going to be permanently available here? I wonder. It seems like maybe this is something where all these events are always going to sit here. And interestingly enough, they still do have their attempt limits, even though they're in the Portal of Memories, which I guess is exactly the same for the like potential orb events, right? When those are in the growth tab in the I mean, they're not there now because they're all live, so you can't really show it. But when they are in here, they do have their attempt limits. So I guess that makes sense. So some of these are actually, I've noticed, are once per day. Some of them don't have attempt limits at all. Like this one doesn't have an attempt limit. You could, oh, no, it does. It's just not displaying it. Okay, once per day for this one. Wow, that's actually inconvenient that they're not consistent here and showing that up front. I guess it just depends how much room they have for the text. So yeah, it looks like all of these are going to be once per day, except for this one is once, or 2 of them. The Uncontrollable Power one and then the Future Saga one are once every 7 days. But then all the other ones are every 1 day. So kind of weird. But yeah, so I guess we're going to have infinite time to be able to get through these keys. So no hurry to use them or anything, I suppose. But yeah, so I've got mine figured out here, what I'm going to use my keys on. But I would say that the keys are definitely a worthwhile item for you to be getting over like Kais or statues, right? Definitely. These support items, not so much, just because it's a very limited amount of them anyway. It's mainly just for collection purposes because they were older anniversary items that have shape-shifted into a new item that's not as good, right? Like once the anniversary ended. So now it seems like this is going to be an opportunity for you to pick up this item and then for it to permanently stay good in your box. But obviously they are one-time use and you only get 10 of them. So but yeah, these keys are going to be very valuable as equips, ever since the death of Chain Battle, equips have been not easy to come by, and they're, it's just not as easy to stack all of your units with the equips that they need. So take advantage of this. These categories are very, very good. I would say, yeah, most of the categories here are probably worthwhile for you to pick up some equips from. And then obviously the stones are good because free stones. Okay, so that's enough about the pre-anniversary coins. Let's go ahead and switch to the gold. Oh, wrong thing here. The gold coins, the 10th anniversary coins here. So it looks like this shop is exactly the same as it typically is during the anniversary here. So yeah, we have all of the exact same stuff that we're normally used to seeing in here, starting out with the Grand Kais of each type, and then going straight into all of the anniversary login units. So cool enough, they've actually added the login unit from this year onto this banner, which doesn't make a ton of sense, but I suppose if you had like accidentally bobbed them or something because you're a new player, then at least you would have the chance to get them and you wouldn't have to wait a whole year. Like, I don't know, maybe. But yeah, I guess it's cool that they put them in. But then obviously we've got all of the previous anniversary login units as well added to this little shop. And then all of the RIP that they don't do this anymore. I believe they stopped doing this in like 2021 at this point. This was one of my favorite things that they did with the game. They would release, during the worldwide download celebration, there would be a campaign where Global was fighting against JP for a couple of different parameters. It would be like clearing a certain event a certain amount of times. the winner of that little campaign would get one card, and the loser would get the other card. And then during the following anniversary that, superseded the anniversary, then we would, the other one would show up in the shop, and you'd be able to buy that copy on the opposing version of the game. And they stopped doing that. So now they just have the ancient collection of all of the, pairings we've gotten from the previous worldwide celebrations over the last like 5 or 6 years. So yeah, all of those cards are just sitting in here waiting for you to pick up if you don't have them. And then some of the ancient like anniversary login stuff. Or just like random login bonuses that weren't even tied to like anniversaries or anything. So yeah, these are all available there. I've already got every copy that I need of any of those characters. If they start awakening them, then it's going to be a different deal, because now I'm going to need a bunch more copies of each of them, right? But for now, I am chilling. I've got a 1 in every slot for all of them. I've got their top copies rainbowed, none of them Dokkan Awaken, and then, I have the SSR copy for them as well. So then we also have the Easy Aid medals for the Gogeta here, in case you weren't able to get him Easy Aid last year. And then we've just got some generic stuff. I would probably avoid getting any of this with your coins. These coins are pretty valuable. You can get some nice, limited characters and some other really good resources like meat. This is going to be a very good one for you. Free stamina, which means basically not spending dragon stones where you normally would, right? Probably stay away from statues. You can just farm easy A stages for that. This is a very good training location, but you can get it in the Baba Shop with Zenny for pretty cheap, so I wouldn't bother buying those here. And then same thing with all these support items. You can get all of those in the Baba Shop. And then potential orbs. Most players are probably not going to need these potential orbs. It seems like most players these days are just completely overstacked on potential orbs. But if you are someone like me that is farming up thousands and thousands of extra copies of units just to be able to link level and raise power level, then you're going to need more orbs. So this is where I'll be spending all of my coins throughout the anniversary, is going to be just diving as deep as I can into these potential orbs, since I don't need anything else here. And then, yeah, all these basic medals I wouldn't bother getting either. I was this shop kind of sucks. With the other stuff that we've been seeing, these like limited characters, and now apparently there's a place we're going to be able to buy old wallpapers and some characters that have been like removed from the game that are available again and stuff. Like there's just some crazy stuff happening. So yeah, these coins are definitely like not as exciting as they once were, right? This is just a little bonus for you, some extra rewards here, right? Can't go wrong with the Kais. If you're not interested in like the limited characters or anything, then I would say the Kais, the meat, and then the potential orbs is where you want to be focusing your coin usage. All right, well, that is basically it for the little 10th anniversary coin shops here. Let me know if you guys have any questions about the ways to spend your resources in the comments down below. Don't forget to check out the Discord in the description. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will catch you guys next time. Peace.